how long did you go in for?
I was about 3 years, 9 months that I served until I was given parole,
Mm.
and then my probation time I served outside. And also in that time I was doing professional boxing because it was keeping me,
Out of trouble.
and getting me like to places, So with my parole officer, that communication was there because I was in newspapers, I was in TV, so they could see, okay, this guy is really making a
Mm.
proper progress in his life
Mm. Did you go as a juvenile or as an
as
adult?
a juvenile.
As a juvenile,
Yes,
okay. And then do you then how old were you when you went in?
I was 19 years old.
Okay,
I was
19.
19 years, but I was convicted at the age of 18,
Okay. And
and then
then
I had that case going about 1 year, and then I eventually got sentenced. Yes.
and then do they at a certain age then switch you over to so do you go from the juvenile facility to the adult facility, or
And now
do you stay?
the time that you there, you can write a request if you want to leave, but also like with your case of you work with you got a case officer, and so it all depends if they want to send you away if you're a problem or whatever
Mm.
the thing is. But what I was doing something good because everyone knew me in prison to
Mm.
being like the boxer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And then does that obviously help with your parole because it's a good activity? It's part of the recreational part of it,
Yeah.
right?
So that did really help because I became a champion, and I was also attending the programs due to my case.
Mm.
So because it's also like for anger management,
Mm.
and boxing like really help with all that built up inside the person.
Mm. So you would say you were like fairly like had a lot of anger when you were younger
Built in me, yes.
built in.
And I wasn't really much like I'm not really much a outspoken person.
Mm.
I like to keep things in.
Mm.
Yeah, so it's like the way I speak, like express myself.
Through anger.
Yeah,
Mm. And boxing's a good outlet for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I can spend hours in the gym eating the bag, and
Mm.
if maybe the day didn't go well, even also if the day is well,
Mm.
because it's just the way like how I focus all that energy, whether it's negative or positive, in a
Into
proper
boxing.
way.
Mm. And now when you're doing the boxing program, um, are the people the other inmates in the prison, are they like supportive of you, or they're trying to get you to not do it to maybe stay in longer or anything like that? Or
So when I arrived at Drakenstein, I was first at Paulsmo. So
how long were you at Portsmouth for?
I think about a week or there around, because of my sentence. I had a 12-year sentence, which 5 years of that was suspended, and then a 7-year term prison sentence. So I had to leave Paulsmo, where everyone is serving their sentence. It's not like where there's people on trial,
Mm.
because everyone is serving a sentence. So I went up to Drakenstein. Yeah, so the time I was there, I arrived, I was still like, you have to work your way up to be, you get like a C group, B group, and an A group. So the C group has not much benefits. And then
Those
the
are like
B
the
group is like
maximum,
you
right?
get, yeah. So I was at the maximum section when I arrived, and then I was about like 7 months there, and then I was like elevated to a B group, and then eventually I went to the mediums where you get more like privileges.
Mm.
Yeah, because on the maximum you only exercise like about like 10 minutes or
10
less,
minutes.
even, because if they see like there's suspicious activity that is happening, and then you go inside.
Yeah.
And then that's also the time that I started attending school.
To
So
keep
you get
busy.
that only that privilege and a little bit of exercise. Most of the time you spend your time in a cell.